Now, Mullah, a friend of mine's husband left her 5 years ago without any nafaka for her or her children. Now he sent her talaq and she refused to go into iddah, saying that he left and he did not nafaka them. Is this permissible?
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. When the talaq is there, the nafaka, the talaq is there, the nafaka must be there. If you didn't pay nafaka, it doesn't make it for you halal not to go into iddah. One wrong doesn't make another wrong right. What he did, what was wrong, that is between him and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You do what Allah has commanded you, and when you have a talaq, there's a talaq issued or given to you, you do the iddah, because I will only obey what Allah has commanded me. If you don't want, if you think you're doing your husband, your ex-husband a favor by going through the iddah, it's not doing him a favor, it's doing yourself a favor of obeying the rules of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If you don't do the iddah, it means that your opinion towards Allah's command is you like fighting the opinion of the command of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So it shouldn't be tit for tat, because this is talaq and iddah is not tit for tat. Talaq is in the man's hand. He has to explain to Allah one day what he has done. You have to go through your iddah. If you don't do it, you have to explain to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And now you can't say, but he did not nafaka me, therefore I don't want to go into iddah. That is a wrong approach.
Now, my husband gave me a talaq and remarried the following day. He now refuses to nafaka me, as he says he has to support his new wife and doesn't have money to give me. He says he gave me enough when we were married. Please advise.
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. When a person gives a talaq, you are still the wife for the 3 months or 3 high periods. So the nafaka should be given.
Despite him marrying?
Besides him marrying, but he marries for himself. Okay. But this woman that I have divorced, therefore you are under iddah. So you're still in the marriage. Okay. Because he can make ruju', he can revoke it anytime in that iddah period. So if he thinks he gave you enough when you were married and now he divorced you, in that iddah period, the nafaka is still wajib on the person. And when the person does not give his nafaka, you can go to the government, non-support. You can go to the MJC for mediation and arbitration. And if not, you can wait for the day of Qiyamah, where you can claim from him. Allah forbid that anybody claims from us on the day of Qiyamah.
How does one deal? And I think this is maybe something that's quite common, and I think we are, there's a grey area, or not grey area, but I don't think that it's very clear to what is haram and what is not. But how does one deal with your husband that doesn't see anything wrong with texting a widow and having long conversations? Is this something that is permissible or not? Because it is causing a lot of problems. Please advise.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. If it is wrong, it is wrong. You can't make it correct and say chatting with a widow and we don't know what he's chatting about. Whether it is about deen, whether it's about trying to counsel her. We can use all the excuses.
But you shouldn't chatting to any...
A person asks me questions. But nowadays it's cheaper to ask a question on a WhatsApp.
Okay.
All right? So it doesn't mean you're chatting. All right? There's a question, so I answer it. Or somebody asks, when is the office open? I will answer it. So there's always a more deeper meaning. If it's something to do with inappropriateness, it is wrong.
Now, Maulana, in terms of interest, how are we supposed to give interest money away? There are mixed opinions. Can Maulana please explain, should it be monetary value, or can we buy food or clothes? Are we allowed to give it to family, non-Muslims or only Muslims? And should the people be in need of it?
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. So, we have interest money. It was now non-permitted money. So, the least involvement, the better. So some say, okay, I'll go buy bread, then I'll go stand by the corner and I'll give everybody a bread. Or can we make a pot of food and I put the interest money in? What if you taste the food What if you also eat from the food? So mean you're eating from your own non-permissible money. So then it becomes haram. So give it away. You can give it to anybody that's in need, whether they are Muslim or non-Muslim, whether they are family or not family. Give it away and be the least involved in the monies yourself. Because at the end of the day, it is not even a sadaqah. It doesn't belong to you. It doesn't belong to you. And if you do the best, is to give it in for public funds. In public toilets. So you can do at the public place, renovate, make sure, because it is money which is non-permissible for you to partake in and to eat or consume from it.